Hi, Dana. Yeah, these are the lowest numbers we have seen in years. And when you compare this to what we saw during Biden's final week in office, well, it's even more striking. So on Monday, Texas DPS releasing these new numbers. They had 446 encounters across the southern border, just 98 in El Paso, 58 in the Del Rio sector. During Biden's final week, the daily encounters ranged from 1,200 to 1,400. Well, this decline comes as the first group of Mexican National Guard troops arrived at the border here. Mexico's president has pledged to send a total of 10,000 troops, all in exchange for delaying tariffs. Removal flights, they are also ramping up. Border Patrol says they took the first military plane filled with illegal migrants to India. This marks the longest deportation flight yet using these military C-17s.
We're doing very well with respect to other countries really behaving on taking the criminals that they sent into our country, and we're getting them out. These are some of the worst people on earth.
As security measures strengthen, well, cartel operations, they are definitely feeling the heat. Just this week, DPS and Border Patrol agents arrested this smuggler who they say has cartel connections. He was trying to transport 50 pounds of narcotics across the Rio Grande. And now when asked about whether Border Patrol agents and other soldiers could be hurt by cartel members because of this added security, Border Czar Tom Holman says they have the capability to wipe the cartel off the face of the earth. As to anyone who thinks of doing that, he says, I would not try that. Dana.
All right, Brooke Taylor, thank you so much.
Seen a lot of combined agency efforts in some of these confrontations, and we are watching this play out right now. This is DEA helping DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, serving search warrants at multiple locations in Denver, Colorado. Also, we saw some video from the early hours when it was still dark out of similar operations going on in Denver, similar to what we've seen across the country. We'll keep a close eye on it. And we will continue to report on these developments. But a lot of action with these agencies across the country, and this focused in Denver today.
The first flights from the United States to Guantanamo Bay with illegal migrants are underway. President Trump is not messing around.
The Trump administration is starting the process of expanding the migrant detention center at Guantanamo Bay. Let's bring in Senator Tom Cotton, Republican of Arkansas and chair of the Intel Committee. This is President Trump on Guantanamo and why he's using it. Watch.
On Guantanamo Bay, is there enough space there to accommodate?
There's a lot of space to accommodate a lot of people, yeah, so we're going to use it.
Can you talk a little bit
We have
about
it. It's
why?
already up. We have it for nothing. But we can do less expensive and even more secure. We've had other countries come to us saying we would love to do that. We would love to take your criminals and we'll maintain that. We'll be their jail. And I'm only talking for the most severe cases.
Your take on what's going on down there at Gitmo?
Well, Dana, President Trump is right. Guantanamo Bay is a good place to put these illegal migrants. It's much safer than an American base. It's a large base. I've been there. It has a very modest American presence there, unlike bases here in America where we have large families and training grounds and so forth. There is a detention center in Guantanamo Bay going back to at least the 1990s under Bill Clinton with migrants there pending repatriation to their own countries. You don't have to worry about losing control of them or even escaping the base, as happened in Arkansas in 1980 at Fort Chaffee when Governor Clinton or Bill Clinton was the governor, and we put the Mariel boat lift people there. So I think it's a very smart idea to put some of these migrants who are pending repatriation to their home countries in Guantanamo Bay. It's kind of like what Secretary Rubio discussed with President Bukele of El Salvador over the weekend. He's very pro-American. He's been supportive of the United States. He's willing to take foreign nationals as well, pending repatriation. I think that's something we should consider as well. It's just an example of the kind of creative, unconventional thinking that the president has brought back to Washington to serve American interests, to get dangerous and violent migrants off of our streets and back to their home countries.
We just saw some of that possibly happening in Denver.